Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Grace Shot Down. I'm Grace Shot Down on the sticks, alongside Doggone Sci-Fi behind the wheel. We're going to take you on another full self-drive aerial perspective video of Tesla's 12.3.6 full self-driving software stack. If you're liking the content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Sorry, I just don't like
We all know how that helps the insane YouTube algorithm, and we greatly appreciate it.
I feel like it wasn't gonna do it in a very natural way, if that makes sense.
I thought it would have.
Yeah.
I've seen it creep around those the transformer boxes before pretty easily.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think I always get more nervous now because, like you said, I drive in 5 o'clock traffic and
Two things.
heavy traffic.
You drive in 5 o'clock traffic, and B, you don't drive as much as I do. C, you get nervous because we start filming. And D, this is not your car.
You're right on some of them, but not all of them, sir. How about E? You let me finish my statement first.
70% of that accurate?
50. I would have said A and D. Not my car. It's hard to get used to how much bigger this car is than the Model 3.
That's why I said, yeah, it's not my car thing.
Mm-hmm. A lot of pigeons flying right now.
Changed my altitude because I wasn't just going to hover there for a while. Worried about them attacking me. No, find somebody else.
I am not a predator.
I am not an enemy.
Sure if it tries to get over again. Remember, I was doing that for a while up here.
Right.
Long light.
Seriously. It's literally the only way I'm making this entertaining is by like zooming in and zooming out.
We're not on AutoMax, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. I should check that.
I can't really tell.
I don't think so. No, we're not.
I realize for you have a tiny screen to work with, as do I.
I really need to go get my eyes checked, though. We've proved that many times in these videos.
Question is, have we proven that it's gotten worse?
My vision?
Yes.
Oh, I know my vision's gotten worse. Not like dangerous, but just like definitely almost middle-aged.
Last time I was in the optometrist, I had this weird VR goggle headset thing that they made me put on, and it tested your eye alignment. It was really weird.
I feel like I was on the curve on that. Well, we'll get that on video.
Okay. See, guys, that's what we're talking about cutting the frickin' roundabouts.
The good news is that was a curved, or a curve, like a smooth curve and not a rough one.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those, like, what they call a soft curve.
Yes, but,
curb.
Yeah.
But I still don't want to drive over it.
I don't need to.
On a regular basis.
There's no reason to.
Like, I had a friend the other day tell me roundabouts on full self-driving are nearly solved.
Does it have a curve?
Bullshit. Yeah, bullshit.
Well, you told me you wanted me to let it do its thing. I let it drive on the curve. I was like, I think we're on the curve. Are you keeping up okay?
Oh yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
Keeping up on the curve. There's that running joke on Instagram and TikTok where influencers are like, what it feels like when your girlfriend or wife drives. And it shows them like preparing to take off on a roller coaster ride.
And even put a helmet on yet?
Yeah. And it always shows them, oh, I didn't see that curve. And I was like, I'd like to point out, of the two of us in our marriage, which one's hit the curves?
You generally call out the obstacles. I generally just make the driving smooth and feel good.
Yes.
Which I guess that makes a good driver. It's like a Ratatouille situation.
It is, basically.
But then I feel like every good relationship is somewhat that way.
As it should be. It's a partnership.
Oh, our discussion for the on-camera situation. The wireless charging. I feel like it's been... Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta change the update.
No, but you can keep talking.
All right, so I'll set this up and then we can start talking about our conversation, the topic we were discussing.
Mm-hmm.
So off camera, I told Doggone Sci-Fi that we should talk about wireless charging versus plug-in charging, because in our Model 3, she doesn't like to use the aftermarket wireless charging pad because she feels that it just turns her phone into a toaster, which I absolutely feel that way in my Model S. So I told her, I said, wait, we'll have this conversation on camera. So, your thoughts. Would you like to go first on this?
I think you literally said my thoughts, so...
Oh, of turning the phone into a toaster?
Yeah.
It's basically what it does, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why when you were like, do you want to go first? I was like, you already said my thoughts.
Well, you could expand upon it. You could say, like...
Well, I mean, like, okay, so I guess I could say what I said earlier, which is, like, for road trips, it's great, right? Like, if I know I'm not going to be touching my phone for a long period of time and I just want to set it down, forget it, and get a charge while I'm enjoying the ride, that's one thing. But if I'm actually, like, in between destinations and I want to get a good charge, I'm going to do a plug-in, right?
Well, like a good example would be, say, Robotaxi, right? Say you got this vehicle and you were just going from Target to somebody's house up here. And that's the whole point of our point A to point B drives, right?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. If I'm doing that kind of drive,
Yeah, sure.
I'd rather just do a plug-in.
But I would ask in the comments down below, your wireless charging experiences, if you stay on the charging pad for like 10 minutes, how much does your phone charge up by? Because in all seriousness, I'm doing a little experiment test here. It's been a 10-minute, maybe say 12-minute drive. I'll have to tap on my phone once we hit the parking lot. But it'll give you a good example, because I was going from 44%. So we'll see where we're at. We'll see if it got anything.
I'd like to ask a secondary question. How much does it heat up your phone?
Like a toaster. Oh, but this is actually more, we could expand upon the topic this way. Sometimes we hear with Tesla how EVs should be wireless charging, right? That's a...
Oh, like the charging while driving?
Yeah.
That kind of shit, yeah.
Well, either while driving or when it's parked at a supercharger or whatever, you name it. I have said for years that I think the future of EV charging will still be plug-in, but it will consist of having a robot in the form of, AKA Optimus, be there, and he'll be the one to plug it, or excuse me, it'll be the one to plug it in.
Look at you, I can't ever say that word. Anthropomorph. Oh, look. Comment down below. How do I say that?
Although I'm naming my bot Jarvis.
Okay, apparently not many people know Jarvis. So.
I don't really care.
No, I was having a conversation with someone and they were like, they looked at me weird and I was like, no, just me.
It's kind of like Lightning McQueen. A lot of people don't even know that one.
Nah, that one's actually more knowledgeable. That one's more wide known. Jarvis is old.
Jarvis is a Tony Stark reference. So, like, if people have never seen Iron Man, that's one
But even
place
that
that Jarvis pops up.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
You're fine.
I was gonna increase if I could just.
Oh, sure.
I will say it's getting around town that we have a Cybertruck amongst us.
And to put that in perspective, we have, these are rough numbers, 1/3 in population, and I've seen one. Imagine what it's going to be like when there's 3 or 4, or 300, or 3,000. Because we see a lot of Model Ys in our area.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of Model 3s.
And a lot of Model 3s.
And quite a few Model S's. Not as many X's.
I would even say I see more X than S.
I see more S. Interesting. I see more S's.
But regardless, S and X are pretty rare.
Yeah.
But imagine what it's going to be like when we see a ton of Cybertrucks. Which, don't get me wrong, I like the way the Cybertrucks look.
There goes a Model 3 over there.
That's a 3, yeah.
Let's not.
It was
not
quiet.
say that we did.
Can we re-engage and maybe try?
Yeah.
Okay. I've had it wait here for me, but
it wasn't waiting. It was going in the middle of the intersection, like I don't like here. Okay, don't hesitate if you're gonna pull shit.
You're gonna get honked at.
And there you go.
Interesting.
I'm letting it do its thing.
Well, thank you for letting it at least do it.
I did have it in another intersection in Pasco pull into the intersection and turn, but it wasn't a busy intersection, if that makes sense. There was just one oncoming car and then it was free to go after that.
Maybe what happened was we disengaged and we reset it, and it was getting its limit of where it wants to pose for that position, for that turn. And because we disengaged too abruptly, it wanted to get into its cheetah stance.
Maybe.
Well, if you're liking this crazy content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you leave a nasty comment, I'll just delete it. We are going to try the Vision AutoPark coming up here once we turn into this parking lot.
See.
So stay tuned for this additional content.
So it's planning to turn in.
So we're going to make a turn in. Whee.
Very confident. Okay.
A little abrupt.
All right.
Turning. So then.
So I have that.
Heads up, you got somebody behind you. Oh.
Okay, this might not be our spot just yet, so we're going to pull in, let them go around.
Okay, we're going to give people the clue that they need to go find a clue. And then we're going to let Doggone Sci-Fi try to do this again. And you guys are going to see why, because it's AutoPark.
So I have it. Wait, okay, so I do this and then I scroll, okay. Okay. There's a curb and I cannot see it.
You're
so.
fine.
Okay.
You're clear. I hear you. I'm seeing you from above. All right, so counting from now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You don't need to count out loud. I have it on the timer, on the camera.
I swear to God, I feel like this takes 30 seconds. Okay.
All right. The timer started at 16:05. It ended at like 16:32. So yeah, about
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, that's AutoPark.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Bye.